Reality of Crime.
And we're back. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I know I'm a couple minutes to a few minutes early, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I am Jay, your host of Guilty of Crime. All right, so welcome in. If you guys are coming in late or you think I'm starting at 4:05, well, you might have to go back. But the reason I got it started now is because there's a community that's pissed off. Guys, I wasn't gonna cover this today. I actually woke up and I started seeing about the trial, how Courtney Clenny was the trial was pushed out, and I really wanted to cover the Courtney Clenny case today, and then also all of the, we'll say, backlash of the Carmelo Anthony case on both sides. But no, I didn't do that. And you want to know why? I'm going to tell you why real quick. And I wish everybody had watched part 1, but don't worry, you're going to have a lot of questions and I'll have a lot of answers for you. So before this lady takes her live stream down, like she did last time, guys, she did that last time, justice for Eve Rogers. If you remember this case about, about 3 weeks ago? This little girl was murdered and raped in her room, where they found her with a little bit of blood coming out of her nose, no clothes on, but covered with a towel. Now, the community is outraged. And, well, what do you do when you're outraged? You reach out to Jay from Guilty of Crime and say, expose this lady. She knew what was going on. She was right there. She was exploiting her daughter. And after her daughter's death, she told the whole community that her daughter passed away. She passed away peacefully, is what she said. And don't worry. I assure you, she passed away peacefully. Now give me your money. Now, the reason I came on now is because I don't want her to end or delete her live stream before y'all get to see it. So the community came to me today and said, Jay, she deleted her channel, but she's coming back under another channel and she's scamming people.
And also, do you have a strategy to how to make this happen? Because normally Upright.
Now, guys, I do not want you to go over to this community and harass or talk shit or any of that. But let me tell you, she's live right freaking now. Okay. And the reason I say that right freaking now is because somebody came to me and said, Jay, you gotta help this community. This community is still being duped by Melanie Federline. And if you look at the picture, she's backed that monster, her husband, since the beginning of time, since the beginning of his arrest. Now, he hasn't been charged with murder yet because they can't figure out what the cause of death is. All right. They cannot figure out what the cause of death is. But this lady right here, I don't even want to call Melanie a lady. She's Jen Soto 2.0, in my opinion. And she backed this monster and continues to. All right. So if you don't remember, we saw her on the screen with her mom. Little Eve was doing a stream with her mom exploiting her. showing us that she's, a little bit mentally challenged. And then she goes on in here to talk about homeschooling and how homeschooling did her so well. Then why was she running away at 2 a.m. just days before she ended up raped and murdered? You tell me. Now, I will go back to this because I don't want her to get off yet. And I did tag her in it. And last time I tagged her in it, she wiped out all of her shit, guys. So this is the lady, Melanie Federline. This is Eve Rogers' mom, the one that supported Anthony Federline and her daughter. Let her get raped and murdered under her own nose in her own room in the house. Okay, so when you see the psychic ball and the tarot cards, listen, bitch, you're that psychic. You're telling Moon Mama and these Alvin in chat, you're telling these people, but you couldn't tell that your daughter was getting raped on a regular basis by this man? Hold on, watch. It sounds like she's projecting to me. So again, take a look. That is her husband. That's Anthony Federline with his fucking crystal ball, and inside of his crystal ball is Eve Rogers. And then next to that is Melanie Federline with Eve Rogers right next to that. Exploit, exploit, exploit. So the community's pissed. They say they don't even care if I tell who said this. There's a group of people that are supporting this woman and giving her money and saying half truths. Now, I don't remember if you remember last time she told law enforcement that the reason there was DNA inside of her that matched to her husband and her was because her daughter got her sex toy and was masturbating with her sex toy. So she was trying to put the DNA off on Eve. Okay, so I'm going to pop back to here real quick. We're going to listen for a bit. I don't want her to delete it just yet. All right.
It's like there's some sort of strategy happening here, or lying, cheating, stealing, all that. But I'm really getting strategy, and I feel like, do you have a plan to achieve this goal? Do you have a plan to get whatever it is you want to happen, or are you just kind of like hoping it does?
I mean, you're welcome.
Or have you fallen off course in some way, shape, or form? I feel like
y'all are welcome to go into her chatty chat and say to her, you're psychic and you didn't know. But I don't want you guys harassing anybody or any of that. But boy, do I want to ask her that. You're so psychic with your ball and your 11, 11, 11 or 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3 tears, but you didn't know your daughter was being raped and abused by your husband.
I feel so good. The other 3 Moonology cards that I pulled for you were all new moon cards, and we have that new moon coming up on Sunday. So very important. It is like your new opportunity to set your intentions for the next, not just 30 days, but really 6 months, because we have the new moon in Gemini coming up. The full moon in Gemini isn't until December. So not only do new moons represent a 30-day cycle, but they also carry a 6-month cycle as well. So keep that in mind. So set your intentions. And you have the very new moon in Gemini, which is exactly what is happening on Sunday. Says communication is key. Then you have a new moon in Taurus, says prosperity lies ahead. And then you have a new moon in Aries. Now, this would be the series of new moons really that just happened, right? Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Aries, it's time to take action. It's time to, you see this?
Yeah, I think many of you are going to have to go back to episode number 1, my friends, because in episode number 1, it explains everything. And here's the problem. The problem is that I didn't call her out in a way. I didn't call her out in a way that would be like me trying to intimidate her. But I said, hey, you're here. People are saying that you supported Anthony Federline. You knew what was going on. You didn't protect your daughter. And you know what she did? She just deleted everything. She didn't respond to me. She didn't do anything. She changed her channel name and she just moved on and is not even talking about her daughter as far as they know. And the people that are talking about her daughter are saying blessings and prayers when she didn't take care of her when she was alive. All right, so I'm gonna hop back and forth, but I want you to see her channel is Phoenix Ember Tarot, and the community's pissed. The community's pissed that she's been grifting off of her little girl since when she was alive, and now she's not. Now people, so here's what she did. Let me press play for a second. She got rid of her whole community, started her channel over so she can grift without people talking shit about her daughter. I love your hair. I guess I like anybody, but I want to try and make a difference. Is there anything I need to know or do? Wow, thank you very much. Why are they coming to her?
If that alone isn't a sign to just do the damn thing, I don't know what is. But we're going to keep going because that's how I roll.
She's still going to keep talking because you know what? She obviously needs to exploit her daughter some more. Check this out. Again, I'm getting everything up to speed, and we still don't have a cause of death, guys, which means Anthony Federline, her man, all right, her man hasn't even been charged with murder yet.
The death of a 12-year-old girl in Enfield.
The Connecticut Department of Children and Families has confirmed to Fox 61 that it is investigating an incident where they say Eve Rogers snuck out of her home a week before her death.
Fox 61's Tim Latow has been following this case closely. He joins us live in studio with these new details. Tim.
And we've received 2 pieces of information just within the last few hours. First, we requested more information from the Enfield Police Department on this case. The Public Safety Administrator sent us this police report of an incident of a girl shoplifting from a convenience store near Eve Rogers' home. The names and specific addresses in this report have been redacted. Then just a few minutes later, DCF sent us a statement that says 12-year-old Eve Rogers walked to a nearby store. We want to be clear that Rogers is not named in the redacted police report, but many of the details in the timeline match DCF's statement. I want to read you part of DCF's statement. It says, quote, "We can confirm that in March 2026, the agency received a report that Eve had left her home in the early morning hours without the knowledge or permission of her family to walk to a nearby store. The department had been investigating these allegations for approximately 1 week prior to Eve's untimely death," end quote. Meanwhile, Enfield police say in their report, just after 2:30 a.m. on March 11th, an officer responded to the mobile gas station at 100 Elm Street for a report of shoplifting. The officer found the girl on Elm Street, a half mile from her home, walking in the wrong direction. She had an energy drink that cost $4. The officer asked the girl if she knew why he stopped to talk to her. She said it was because she stole the drink. He also asked her why she was out at such a late hour, and she said she just wanted to have fun. The officer paid for the drink and gave the girl a ride home. The door to the house was left open. The girl went to get her mother. The officer said the mother appeared surprised and confused. She said her daughter had never done anything like this before or snuck out of the residence and was in shock. The mother also said her daughter has a cognitive impairment. No criminal charges were pursued. The officer said he contacted DC.
Not yet. This was less than a week prior to them finding her dead in her room while it was locked, by the way. So real quickly, I meant to pull this one up with the whole new information on the cause of death and them not being able to figure it out.
Of 12-year-old Eve Rogers in Enfield. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner tells News 8 the cause of death is, quote, pending circumstances, meaning pending the outcome of.
It's weird because I don't know what happened or what they did to take her life. I don't know how she died. They don't say anything about that. I almost feel like they gave her some kind of drug where she OD'd because of the blood that was coming out of her mouth and the description of it. But this was just less than a week. And again, we're going to go back to the body cam after. I didn't watch it with you last time, but I am going to watch it with you this time while we understand that this woman that's reading tarot cards right now abandoned her whole community, deleted everything, and started a new one only to grift off of and exploit her daughter. I mean, literally, someone sent me the post, and I'll show it to you in a bit, where she talks about she hasn't been on in a while and she wants to rebuild. Rebuild what? Your money? The way you're exploiting her? who was on my last episode? Did you guys see? Who saw this first Eve episode where she was on there with her mom? Her mom was reading cards and she was off to the side, kind of. She talked a little. She hung on the chair a little. Absolutely ridiculous.
Police investigation. So that means that further information is needed from Enfield police to determine the cause and manner of death. Back on March 18th, police say the 12-year-old was found dead in her home on Elm Street under, quote, suspicious circumstances. We sat down with public safety expert and retired police chief Gary McNamara on what the pending circumstances status means.
It appears in this case that the toxicology may have come back, has come back with information, but the medical examiner needs more context to determine probably the manner of death. Medical examiners want to know the cause of death, what caused the death, and then the manner, because the manner will be different, whether or not it was a homicide, whether or not a case is accidental, or some other circumstances.
Last month, Eve's stepfather, 39-year-old Anthony Federline, was arrested in connection to this case, charged with first-degree sexual assault and risk of injury to a minor. Investigators say Federline's DNA matched the DNA recovered in a sexual assault kit. He has not been charged, though, in her death. Federline is due back in court tomorrow in Hartford.
But again, there is also DNA that was inside of her that matches her mom. And so her mom went on to tell a story about a sex toy. Don't worry, I'm going to get to the whole story, guys. Eve Rogers, she was 12 years old. She was found dead in her bedroom in Enfield, Connecticut on March 18th, 2026. March 18th, 2026. So March, April, May, June. It hasn't even been a full 3 months. Now, her stepfather, Father Anthony, that you saw, was arrested and charged with sexual assault and risk of injury to a child after his DNA was found on and inside Eve's body. There's not been a homicide charge because, like I just showed you, they don't even know how she died. They need more context. Now, the morning that Eve was found, you're looking at this lady right here. I would even call her a lady. I would call this Jen Soto 2.0 or Potato, the evil potato. Right? MM Clark, check this out. She's live right now. Were you here on the last episode? We called her out on the last episode and I tagged her and she deleted her entire channel and went on to start another one. And I'll show you the post in a minute.
As right here is like your inner light. It's your inner guidance. It's your inner fire. It talks about what your heart wants, what you're passionate about, and using that as your guide in life, right? When you don't know where to go, you follow your heart, essentially, right? You see all the lanterns and lights and stuff. So I'm leaning towards, you said, what could happen if you did what you truly want to do? You would find your way forward. Prosperity lies ahead.
I mean, do you guys see what's going on here? I mean, this wasn't even 3 months ago. They have not determined whether it was a homicide, and she just started a whole new community. I know. We saw it before. Okay, guys, so I just jumped in real quick because I didn't want her to cut it down. Last time I tagged her, she deleted everything. So I was like, let me get on here. So if she cuts it down, I at least have some of it that I can show you. All right. Thank you so much, KHC Crime Lab, for the Guilty of Crime membership. Guys, come on in. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Hit all notifications as well. And, you know the drill. Hit the like button if you want to get a membership, gift a membership, or help us get to the goal. That'd be awesome. So, you guys saw this last time, and this lady just uprooted everything and said, I need my money. I need to exploit. Let's continue. So let me show you what I was sent. And this was from her, but the community that's within her group and their Discord and all their communications, there's people in there that are pissed. And I'm saying that lightly. So this woman that we want to call Melanie Federline, Eve's mom, says, hey guys, it's been a while. Mind you, it's been 3 months, not even, since her daughter's death, rape, murder, what have you. As you all know, I've been going through a lot. As I start to rebuild, I just want to thank those of you who are still here, especially those that have reached out during this time to offer your support when I needed it most. As I start putting one foot in front of the other, you'll see more and more of me. You're always welcome to stay or go. You know I will never tell you what you should do. I like how people say that, and then they see you somewhere else, and they're like, fuck you. I'm not going to tell you where to go, but I saw you go over there, and fuck you. Weirdest community ever. All right. She says, I know after all of this time, you know me well enough to know who I am. My heart and soul has been put into grounded fire. Now, that was their channel before. Now the channel is called something tarot or other that I put down there. What's it called? Phoenix Ember Tarot is what she calls it now. Okay. Let me get back out of this real quick so I can continue. Okay. So she deleted Grounded Fire, doesn't tell us why. Now she's creating a community where everyone who finds it feels at home. Some things may have changed, but that never will. So if you're still here, keep an eye out and I'll see you soon. Okay, so the people that are pissed reached out to me in the community and said, Jay, she shut her channel down, but she's not going away and she's still exploiting her daughter. And if you call her out on it or you ask her a question, then she'll gang up on you and she will block, delete, etc. Okay. Thank you so much, Michelle, for the Guilty of Crime membership, as well as KHC. If you received that membership, please do thank them. All right. So underneath that, I wanted you just to see this from the Enfield Police Department. Okay. On April 2nd, they finally arrested this monster, Anthony, at Elm Street under the authority of Connecticut. He was charged with sexual assault in the first degree and risk of injury to a child. Nothing more yet because we don't know how she died. And then they've got a statement of arrest. Again, go back to my first episode. I've got everything in there. They're saying they're just beginning to absorb the details that surrounded the death of Eve Rogers' stepfather, Anthony Federline, with the charges. They go into, it's heartbreaking, a young life. And of course, we are here for justice for Eve Rogers. And in my opinion, that justice absolutely includes her mom not being able to continue to exploit her or anyone else. I mean, this is like if Jen Soto started doing tarot and we're watching her and we're seeing these people. Oh my God, I love you. You're so great. I love you. I would like a relationship. Can you help me? What the actual?
Do the damn thing, right? But just for shits and giggles, we're going to pull some cards too. I see you, Ladybug. I will get to you next.
Should I drop her a comment and ask her if she wants to fight with us in the justice for Eve Rogers? Anyone? She'll probably block me right away, but I'm just curious what y'all think.
Ooh. What is going on? Hold on, don't go anywhere. I'm pulling your tarot to go with it.
Oh, don't worry. We're not going anywhere. Don't worry, lady.
You're not good at
Oh, look at that. There it is. There it is. Crazy Jane with a mod. Crazy Jane has a mod thing and she says, Mel, you are guilty of crime for your part in the essay and unaliving of Eve right now. It got deleted. Oh my goodness, I love it. Does it go away? It does. I got to read some of it, but they booted the shit out of it, didn't they? Amen to you, Crazy Jane. This lady needs to not forget that her daughter was murdered by her husband and that she was involved as well, in my opinion. She did not protect her daughter and she lied.
Oh my God. Anyway. Drama.
bitch.
So, oops, sorry, I'm shaking my camera. It's literally able to channel someone being drunk. That's crazy. Anyway.
I think they're calling Crazy Jane drunk.
Sandru. Trolls are nuts.
Oh, she's not a troll. You're a troll. Look, she knows it too.
I feel like you want to do this thing, but
yes,
it feels
congratulations.
Quite literally, it feels impossible, but it's not. But also, the universe is asking you, like, how bad do you want this?
Yes, I'm telling you.
How bad do you want this? Right? First, you have step out of your comfort zone, which tells me, and like immediately felt like whatever you're doing is not it, but the thing that you want to do makes you uncomfortable and you haven't done it yet. Then I have your commitment is being tested. And this to me feels like your commitment to your dream, to what you want. I cannot. And now you're going to go to. Okay, bye. I cannot and will not talk about that. Period. Not
what, your daughter?
When I can, I will.
Oh, you're not gonna talk about your daughter?
Anyways,
okay.
So
all right, so I'm gonna post right now justice for Eve Rogers. Somebody's talking to her in the background, asking her about her daughter, and she's saying she's not gonna talk about that right now. Remember, she deleted everything and started a new channel so that these people wouldn't know what a piece of garbage she is, a piece of trash mother that didn't take care of her daughter, and she just continues on. Wow. Wow. Justice for Eve Rogers.
The other card that I have is Believe in the Impossible. Okay. That's what I was like. You think that this is impossible, that what you want to do is impossible. And it's not.
I got
your commitment to what you truly want to do is what's being tested.
On there. Look.
Will you do it?
Look at the bottom. Justice for
Do you
Eve
believe in your
Rogers.
ability to do it? I feel like I don't even know what it is. And this whole message to me is like, you can have it, but do you want it bad enough? If you keep telling yourself that it's impossible or you're going to fail or you can't do this.
Look at that. Yes, I love
then you can't do it. If you tell yourself like, this is what I want, this is what my passion is about.
I love that you guys are doing that. Justice for Eve. And then someone said justice for Eve, but then they deleted it. I don't know why they didn't delete mine.
That achieve what they want. So I feel like there's an inner battle going on here of like, you want this, but you're too scared to try because, yeah, don't we all? This is not the place.
This bitch.
Where are my mods at? Y'all are slacking. So
they're slacking because they're not deleting justice for Eve. She says, don't we all? Listen to this, guys. Check out these new search warrants and what they reveal. And then we'll come back to her sad, pathetic self, in my opinion, all right? It's my opinion that she's sad and pathetic, and she grifted off her daughter when she was alive, and she's continuing to do it now. All right, she's gonna get these people wrapped up, and then she's gonna tell them, hey guys, go back to Discord. Come on, join my Discord. That way when you join my Discord, I can ask you for money and nobody will know. I'm telling you guys, I gotta tell you this. I gotta say this. All right, I gotta say this, and I'm gonna say it. How do I say this? Alex, guilty of crime. Me and you should work together with Mrs. Mab. Investigates kicked out of Turtle Island when the game starts. Yes, absolutely. But I got sidetracked. Damn it. All right, Alex. Yes. And if you guys didn't know, guilty of crime got voted on to Turtle Island last night, my friends. All right. What's the page again? I'll go ask her about her abilities. Here, I'm going to give you her page. I'm going to give you the live stream here. Just go right to the live stream. But I want to show you what was in the house. I want you to see what was in the house. What's her channel? All right, guys, I think I gave it to you a couple times now. Let's go. Let's take a look real quick. Let me go back here. Maybe I should pin it to the comments, right? Hold on. Let's go back for 1 second. I really would like to see her talk about her daughter. Let's see. Come on, you stupid thing. I hate when it does that. Go, go, go. Why does it do that? It starts all over. I wish I could catch.
That was not it. For so many reasons, I'm not going there. So many reasons.
Yes.
And it's really
since
not
yes,
anybody's business right now. So
it's not anybody's business.
Anyways, sorry,
What?
Sanju, being
Really?
interrupted. So
good job,
the
Sid.
very first card is the Fool.
Yeah, you are a fool.
You have to get started. You got to start somewhere. This is your new beginning. This is your new chapter. The Fool is like
you.
It's not that they don't have any fear. It's that it doesn't matter. They're kind of naive. They like all of the fears and inhibitions that we get from the world and life experiences that make us afraid of failing, right? Gone, right? This is like a baby, right? That has never experienced life before. And they're just like, do. They're so naive about life. And it's kind of trusting.
You know what's worse about these people on YouTube, on social media, Holly, is when somebody, and I say somebody, and then you times that by 10, comes to Jay from Guilty of Crime and said, this woman needs to be stopped. She's a psychopath. She doesn't give two shits about what happened to her daughter. And as a matter of fact, her DNA was inside of her daughter, and she used the dildo excuse that her daughter was stealing her sex toys. All right? She's talking out of her ass, but I wouldn't care if she wants to talk out of her ass. I don't give a shit if she wants to. But how she's done this is why. And the fact that people are coming to me, I wasn't even going to cover this today, but people are like, we got to get her off of this platform. She's stealing people's money and exploiting her daughter.
That you're not going to fall off the cliff. So,
but we wish you would.
This is the mindset you need. You need to just start over and start this new thing and trust yourself and not live in fear. I love that I have the 9 of Pentacles for you, because this is like my entrepreneurship card. I briefly saw you mention something about starting a business, but I didn't really.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Now give me some of that money, so when you start your business, if you give me 25% of that, and I'll guide you, bitch. Listen to this.
And I'm Matt Austin. It has been 26 days since a 12-year-old girl was found dead inside this home in Enfield. And our team has been working to learn more about the circumstances that led to her death.
And we know her stepfather, Anthony Federline, was arrested on sexual assault charges earlier this month. He, however, has not been charged with murder. But NBC Connecticut obtained more unsealed search warrants from last month, indicating police were investigating murder charges against him at one point.
NBC Connecticut's Melissa Cooney has been digging through these documents. And Melissa, what else do they reveal?
Now, guys, the reason I wanted to cover this again, number one, I have a mob of angry moms, rightfully so. Yes, we can absolutely report her, Jen Johnson. Do what you want to do. Report her. She deleted the first channel because I called her out in it. I said justice for Eve, and I said, hey, Melanie, if you want to join in for the justice with Eve, reach out to me, because we want justice for Eve. And after we went through all the sick, nasty things that happened, yeah, she didn't look bothered in the video either, where she claims that that her daughter Eve died peacefully, only to go and collect money. And then she had that monster Anthony on her channel just crying his eyeballs out. But we don't get to see that because she deleted it all.
Well, guys, we want to make clear once again that Federline has not been charged with murder. But once again, police did write that the evidence they were looking to search could help with an investigation into the crimes of murder, as well as sexual assault and risk of injury to a child, which Federline has been charged with. Now, the newly unsealed warrants show investigators looking to search her brother's cell phone and a tablet found in her room.
Police say the girl's 17-year-old brother is listed as the last person to have seen her alive the night before she died. The girl was found dead on March 18th in her room. On April 2nd, her stepfather, Anthony Federline, was arrested on...
Guys, is Synth really getting a reading? Because if she is, I'll go on there right now. I'm on her channel and going to post it. Yeah, she wants to hide the evidence, guys. She's reading your comment. Okay. She's live right now, Rocco. An angry mob of women came to me and said, please help me stop this woman from what she's doing. That's the only reason I covered this case again today. And there's new information that came out, new details about what this monster and, in my opinion, her mom did to her.
Sexual assault and risk of injury charges. Now, in that brother's room, police say they found a plate with blue pills, marijuana, and his cell phone. They obtained a warrant to search the phone, saying it could provide information into the activities of the girl. They also wrote that individuals who commit crimes often use cellular devices to...
Hold on. You guys, if she's looking for you, Synth, to give you a reading, I'm going to put it on there real quick, and then she's going to go. So let's see what happens.
So this would be my entrepreneurship card. The Nine of Pentacles is self-sustaining, building a life for yourself, building wealth for yourself.
You said hashtag arrest Jen Soto. Synth is in here like a motherfucker. They deleted it, Synth.
Doing things that can take care of yourself financially and materially forever, and it growing. So
yes.
Love that I got this. And I also got the 10 of Cups, which is like all of the things. It is success. It's emotional fulfillment. It's having the life that you want. All of the things.
I'm telling you guys.
Do the thing. I feel like I'm saying that a couple times today. Whatever it is that you are dreaming of for your career, because this was a career reading. And if you are wanting to start a business for yourself.
You guys are going to be mad when we see it.
It's here. And if you want it, you can have it. They're basically telling you that. How bad do you want it? And go get it. If you don't want it bad enough, then don't go after it. But you can't get what you don't want, and you can't get what if you don't work for it. Okay. Well, I'm
on a timeout.
Banned the last person that was supposed to be next in line. So
they banned you, Synth. Synth got banned. Hashtag arrest Jen Soto 2.0, bitch.
We were doing so well for a while there.
Yeah, until you got exposed. Right? Too bad those angry mob of women know that you're a freaking exploiter.
Ever since I channeled that spirits, and I don't think that the spirits have necessarily been messing with you. I think that if you are clairsentient and you're naturally open to feeling lots of things, and you don't shut it down when you don't want to be accessing all of those things, you're just open to the world around you, even when you're sleeping. And it's worse when you're sleeping, because then you're just in your subconscious space and you're receiving all of these things at once. So you need to work on withdrawing your energy back into yourself when you go to bed, and shutting it down so that you're not continuing to absorb the world around you while you're sleeping.
You know what I'm going to
do? We do crazy things when our body shuts down and we're sleeping.
I'm going to put all notifications, so every time she goes live, I know about it and I can call her out.
Conscious does crazy things on its own. So
I know.
Not super safe to be just energetically open like that.
Oh, we did what our job was today, miss. And I tagged you in it too. So if you go back and watch all the shit we're talking about you can delete this channel too.
How do you get a reading? You ask a question.
Bitch.
When I'm in between readings, which I am right now.
Ugh.
Oh, you're welcome, Chandru. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
That's not a scam bot, lady. Nobody likes you.
Feel your hands on, whatever you're touching.
Yep. I know.
Just get back in your body.
Yes, Jen Soto 2.0. No grifting for her. I don't care.
Jen Soto. I don't know who that is, but we are not bringing that here. So you gotta go. All right. I'm going to wrap this up for now before it goes off the rails.
Yeah, bye.
Off the rails. Touch and go for a little while. So if you're a mods here and you're still here with me, I appreciate you so very much. Make sure you know where that hide user button is, because we're gonna need it. I'm just choosing not to let this take over the things that matter to me any more than they already have.
Money.
So I will be back.
I love it.
Keep an eye out. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you again soon.
Oh, you will. You will see me again soon, lady. I'm about to come on here and I'm going to subscribe and make sure I've got all the notifications, all of them. There we go. This new Phoenix Ember Tarot. She's got 1.79 thousand subscribers. Remember, her other channel had a lot more. She deleted it. I mean, this bitch is off the chain. She doesn't even give two shits about the fact that her daughter's been dead for almost 3 months and they don't even know how. And she's still talking to that piece of garbage, by the way. I wish I could find out what. Oh, look, the video's unavailable now. Wow. Yeah, I told you. That's why I came on here early. Mission accomplished. Now let's get back into this case. This is why I came on so early and tried to be all stealth, because I knew that was going to happen. And it did. Let's go. She's a freaking tarot reader. But if you go back to episode 1, you'll see her exploiting her daughter and then she deletes it. All right. So we need justice for Eve. And now that this horrible piece of garbage is off, let's find out what happened to Eve. And we'll watch the body cam of what happened to Eve just days before they found her murdered in her room and raped. Okay? Okay. Let's go. This episode does not get monetized. By the way, I cannot get this monetized. So if you guys want to help by gifting a membership, getting a membership, super chat, super sticker, all that fun jazz, that'd be great. All right. Check this out. Yes. Mission accomplished. Let's go back to this so you can see what happened to this little girl and what her mom didn't protect her from. And guys, if you're new here and you never saw it, I want you to know that on the last episode, she was doing a tarot reading with her daughter, but she deleted the tarot reading that she did with the rapist and alleged murderer when they asked for money. My daughter died peacefully. Can you guys give me money? And then this guy gets arrested, and here we go. Here we go. You guys want Jen Soto 2.0? You got it. You got it. Here we go. There's so many of them.
As the last person to have seen her alive the night before she died. The girl was found dead on March 18th in her room.
And by the way, she was the only girl out of her and her mom, a house full of boys. Some speculate that the 17-year-old might have been graping her as well. All right. Darn it, I can't find her page. I'll give you the link. Hold on.
On April 2nd, her stepfather, Anthony Federline, was arrested on sexual assault and risk of injury charges. Now, in that brother's room, police say they found a plate with blue pills, marijuana, and his cell phone. They obtained a warrant to search the phone, saying it could provide information into the activities of the girl. They also wrote that individuals who commit crimes often use cellular devices to communicate with accomplices. They also seized an Amazon tablet in the girl's room, saying it could be helpful to see websites visited and if there was communication between a suspect and a victim. In both warrants, police note that the girl's mother had told them that the girl has used the online game Roblox before, and she had chatted with people using Discord. The mother stated that the girl has had sexual conversations with individuals online in the past. It was not clear who those people are or if they're involved in the investigation. The officers write that Roblox and Discord are commonly used by child predators to communicate with underage children. There is a redacted part of the warrant, but it then goes on to say that the mother did not know the girl had snuck out of the house.
Her mom didn't know a lot of stuff, man. For her having a crystal ball and being psychic and having people pay her to tell their future, she sure didn't know her own future. But I do want to give you guys a little lesson here. And Clementine, I love shaking you out of the bushes. All right, I put the link up there, guys. Her channel doesn't have content because she just started the channel today. She wiped out her whole other channel where we exploited her, or where we exposed her exploitation. So then the group of angry moms came and said, Jay, she's hiding, and she started a new group. Here it is. Let's call her out. Okay? You can call that bullying. I call it getting mom to get in the fight for justice. Why doesn't she want to fight for justice for her daughter Eve? I asked her nicely. I really did. I said, "Hey, you want to come along with me and let's pursue the justice and give your daughter a voice." You know what she did? She deleted everything. Mama Sage, thank you so much for the $4.99. Now listen to this, and then we're going to get into the body cam. I love doing this, by the way. I'm not going to call out any names for the people that came to me, the angry moms. But guys, this is my jam. I love being able to do things like this and have results in that way. All right. You don't need to delete and hide if you're not doing anything wrong. Right? Okay. I thought so. That's what I was thinking. I'm so happy they found. Oh, they're not going to not find her. I'm telling you right now, they're livid.
And was unsure if she had met up with anyone. We're also getting more information about the autopsy, where police shared in the warrant that doctors say the girl was sexually assaulted 1 to 3 days prior to her death.
Now, we're told the investigation is still ongoing and the girl's cause of death is still pending. Last week, police were at the house 2 more times conducting 2 more searches. NBC Connecticut Investigates has also uncovered new information in the investigation into the girl's deaths. My colleague, Len Beth.
And it's coming out slow, but I want to tell you something for you people as well. Now, I notice in my group, I look at statistics, right? You guys, if you have a YouTube channel, you look at the statistics of the people on your channel, who you're catering to, male, female, and by age. I really want you to know, Moon in Taurus, prosperity for who? Egg donor? All right, listen, guys, I want you to realize that predators don't just do that to children. You guys are every single one of us is exposed to these people that will talk to you nicely and blow smoke up your ass about how great you are and how much that they love you. And then they get you on the back side and they're like, oh, join my Discord or my Snapchat or my whatever. And they get you over there and they start asking for stuff. Okay, so I want you to not only watch out for your children, guys. This channel is 40. The age is roughly 40 to 70. Now, there are 25 to 35-year-olds, but when people don't want to go onto that platform and they're trying to get you off so hard to go somewhere else, they're usually trying to scam you and isolate you. So I want you to realize that, okay? All right, let's continue. I just thought I would put it out there for those that don't realize that.
Stop is here now with what he's learned. Len.
Well, Melissa, we're trying to determine if and how long ago the Department of Children and Families may have been involved with this girl's family. We have obtained this incident report from the Enfield police that is dated 1 week before her death. It's important to note the names in this report are redacted, so we can't say specifically who was involved. But it was given to us when we asked police for information about an early morning call to a convenience store in connection with the investigation surrounding.
All right, and that's what the body cam we're going to get to. You guys are going to see a bunch of bullshit, so much corruption. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Sorry I missed that. And I want to thank One Love for gifting 1, 2, and 3 memberships. And then Mama Sage, I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate y'all. All right, let's continue. Again, you guys know I'm here for it. You just got to email me if it's more of an urgent case. The email's below. It's guiltyofcrimebyj@gmail.com. Yeah, Crazy Jane, you said she bullied people on her channel. She tried to bully me, but I don't cave to bullies. And Crazy Jane, that lady, Melanie, is not the only person that does that. Many YouTubers try to isolate their people by bringing them to Discord. And then they bring you into Discord and all of a sudden, well, I need help. So now you got to pay me $4.99 a month to be in my Discord. Oh, well, actually, I have some other cool things that are $9.99 a month. You should pay that and help. It's the truth. I'm telling you, that's what happens on YouTube. It doesn't matter if you're a child, a kid, a 70-year-old, a 40-year-old, or a 20-year-old. That happens. All right. And yes, good job, Crazy Jane. That was funny. Yeah, she acted like the bullying was tough love. That's crazy. All right, let's continue. And it's not even the scam. Let her scam her stupid tarot cards all she wants. But what she didn't do was protect her daughter, and she handed her to a monster to do this.
The 12-year-old's death. It says police were called to the mobile gas station on Elm Street at 2:38 in the morning on March 11th for someone who stole an energy drink. The person was described to police as a female, approximately 5 feet tall, wearing a pink hoodie. Officers found the person walking west on Elm Street. She was seen by the officer holding an energy drink, and when they asked why she was outside at such a late hour, she said, quote, she wanted to have fun. The officer said she was about a half a mile from her home and was walking in the wrong direction. The officer then brought her home and noticed the front door was open. The officer went inside and spoke to her mother, who was surprised and confused. The mother told the officer she has never done anything like this.
Well, shit, I doubt that she's ever gotten caught. But listen, Truth Exposed, she even knows which people or person that she told that to about her daughter. All right, she's pissed. She knows somewhere in her community there's a leak or 10. Yes, you heard that right. She told law enforcement that her daughter stole her sex toy and used it on herself, and that's why she's got DNA from Anthony and her own mom on her, inside of her. All right. Yes, I am isolating you from doing your job in Oakland. Now get off of there and go to Discord so you can pay me. I do too, but you know what I don't hate is exposing them.
At the end of the report, it says a DCF referral for the incident was completed and the case was closed. We've reached out to the Department of Children and Families about this to see if they had interaction with the family before the 12-year-old was found dead, but the agency said it has no comment. It is investigating her death and the allegations of sexual abuse. Len Beskov, NBC Connecticut Investigates. Let's send it back to you.
All right, so I want to show you that it's still there, and then I'll give you guys a little bit of backstory because I jumped in and I didn't want it to be deleted. All right, so I was like, hey, here it is, guys. So this is her new channel. Again, and it wasn't just one or two or even three women. There's an angry group of mob women, mothers, grandmas, whatever, that want to see her head on a stick. All right, so that they told me about this initially, and yeah, this case you're behind a bit, Truth Exposed, and also there's a part 1. Yeah, you did hear it right. Everything you guys heard, you heard it right. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how it's that's this case. All right, so look there's her channel. It's at Phoenix Ember Tarot, and the reason there's nothing on it or playlists or anything is because, guys, she just deleted it again. So she did that stream. Synth went on the stream and said something to her. And look at that. It's gone. There's no playlists. There's no videos. There's no lives. There's no nothing. She grifted as much as she could, got as much money as she could take away, and then deleted the video. All right? So that's the kind of person this is. And she's got more links, and I'm sure the other channels are like her own. Oh, they're deleted too. She's got other channels, guys, where they're personal. They're like more personal, and she writes in a diary, and she wants you to pay, I think, what is it, $9.99 a month to read her diary thoughts or some shit like that. Like, what are you talking about? The hell is she talking about? All right, so that's her channel. I mean, let me give you a quick overview. So if you just came in, guys, don't be frustrated. Don't go backwards. Go back and rewatch, definitely. But here's the 1,000-foot overview recap in 2 minutes and 39 seconds. Okay. And if you're asking, did I hear that right? You probably did.
Police documents have been released in the case of 12-year-old Eve Rogers, and let me tell you, they are absolutely sickening. Now, this is the girl from Enfield, Connecticut, who was found deceased in her bedroom floor on March 18th by her mother. She said that Eve had gone to bed at about 10 o'clock the night before. Everything was fine. And then the next morning at around 10 o'clock, her mom went to her room to try to wake her up, but the door was locked. And her mom said that wasn't unusual, that she had a tendency of locking her door. So her mom was saying her name, knocking on it, but getting no response. So eventually she used a butter knife, broke inside, and then found her deceased in her bedroom floor. She was originally laying on her stomach, but her mom rolled her over, saw her face, and immediately knew that she was gone. She went to go get her husband. They tried to do CPR, and then they called 911.
Guys, I call bullshit on all of this, and the fact that it's taking so long for them to get to a conclusion, as well as they speculated that the husband was overreacting. Not only was he overreacting, he said, I want to punch something and I'm very angry. I don't want to talk about it, when he's the one that allegedly did this, and he's the one that they found his DNA in. All right. And yeah, Cage Crime Love, if I wasn't so pissed off at this damn case, yeah, does she not wash her toys? And thank you so much, Perrin War. I hope I'm saying it right. Please thank them. If they just gifted 10 memberships, that helps the channel so much. Thank you. And guys, if you guys got cases you want me to cover, email me at guiltyofcrimebyj@gmail.com, especially if you need me to hop on it right away. All right. I told the chat on her channel to come here that they were being lied to and don't give her money. Well, thank you. Please, because they are being lied to. All the documents point to two people.
What had been released so far regarding the actual investigation is that she was unclothed from the waist down and covered up with a blanket. They said there were 2 pills on the floor and then one on her desk. I think that one was an aspirin. They said that her laptop was open and playing YouTube videos, and then there was a tablet on her bed. Police removed the blanket that had been covering up, and they immediately noticed.
I also want to shout out to you, Sleuthy Sweetheart, because I just recognized your name. I was looking up the case. There's definitely not a lot of coverage, and I thought you had a really dope, I thought your thumbnail was fantastic. So I took that thumbnail and I made him holding the crystal ball, and I add the mom in there with the tarot cards and everything. So thank you, Sleuthy Sweetheart, not only for covering this case, but hey, I didn't ask, but I do say thank you. I didn't ask to use the image, but it was a great image. So, I switched it up. But anyway, good on you. I just recognized your name. I was watching your channel earlier about this case. All right, let's continue. And you don't have a lot of subs, so people should go sub up to her if you want to drop the link, or I can drop the link. All right, let me get back to this. All right, let's continue.
Signs that she possibly was SA'd, so they decided to do an SA kit. They found her stepfather's DNA, Anthony Federline, and he ended up getting arrested and charged with first-degree SA and risk of an injury to a child. This is him, so you can put a face with a name. And oddly, he ran this YouTube page that was all about spiritual healing and energy and meditation and stuff. Anyway, like I said, police documents have come out that give more details about the signs of SA they were referring to. I'm going to move out of the way. This is just page 1. And you'll see here that in addition to the SA and the first degree and risk of injury to a child, there's murder right there. Now, he hasn't been charged with that yet. The autopsy is still pending. Here's page 2. I'll move out of the way so you can screenshot and read it. This is just stuff that I already went over. Here's page 3. You'll notice number 7. It says, investigator Dye removed the blanket that was over the deceased's lower half, and we found that she was naked from the waist down. The deceased had both of her knees splayed out, exposing her vagina and rectum area. The rectum had appeared to be enlarged/dilated, which investigator Dye agreed was unusual in her experience. Investigator Dye lifted her shirt and discovered that her bra was pulled down, exposing her breasts. Based on the suspicious circumstances involved in this investigation, investigator Dye stopped her examination of the deceased. That part made me feel physically sick. Like, God only knows what that little girl endured. Anyway, here's the next one, page 6.
And guys, I have these documents. I was going to go through them with you, but like my daughter just rolled in right now, and you guys know baby guilty is my world, right? So when I'm looking at these documents, reading like the affidavit and the documents, they are brutal. Thank you, Lady for Justice, so much for the Guilty of Crime membership. If you received it, please thank her. And you must have became a member on both of your channel or both of your names. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know, right? I don't. I'm a new channel. Well, you're absolutely fantastic, Sleuthy sweetheart. And I would love to drop your link. I think maybe one of my mods did that for me. If not, I will after. You are in the green. It says you joined a second ago. It will fix itself. Anyway, baby guilty wants me to order her. She wants exactly what I was craving. I was craving a Chick-fil-A milkshake, and she likes the chicken noodle soup and then other stuff. So I'm gonna go through this, and I got to order food while we're watching the body cam from the night before. So affidavit, look at the bottom: sexual assault in the first degree and risk of injury to a minor. You got the case number. This jack off's all his information. Guys, I can't stand people that hurt children just more than anything. But the reason I didn't want to do this is because when I start reading these documents, my friends, it gets in my head. And when I go to sleep at night, it's hard to sleep and not have nightmares. So, I mean, look, people asked me earlier about when it happened. March 18th at 10:25, officers were dispatched for an unresponsive, and it's a minor. Officers arrived and were met by Melanie Federline, the lady you just saw, Anthony Federline, 17-year-old brother. And then the officer located the deceased Eve Rogers on the floor in her bedroom. The deceased was on her back, facing the ceiling of the room, and had a blanket over the lower half of her body. The deceased had lividity on her face, legs, and arms, and rigor mortis had already set in. All right. The deceased had blood and fluids coming from her nose. The detective Whitcomb spoke with the deceased. I don't know, the deceased mom or what, or boyfriend, Anthony Federline, was overcome with emotions and was angry. Anthony stated that the deceased was diagnosed with something or other, and the deceased, and then they copied it out, and he says, I did not interview Anthony further. He asked for space. He wanted to break things. Right there, the officer said, there you go, that something's not right here. Thank you, Holly. And Sleuthy sweetheart, you're a sweetheart. You have my email if you ever want to email me. You got questions, or you got a case, or you want to, I don't know. I don't collab too much, but you know the drill. You're new here. You'll learn the ropes real quick, my friend. All right. And then, so just a couple more. I don't want to read all of them. I just wanted you guys to understand what the hell I'm talking about here and why I came in so hot. All right. So, I mean, you see what happened? The detective spoke with the deceased mom, Melanie, and the following summary of her verbal statement. Let me tell you her verbal statement, and then we'll move on to the, I can't read that small. Then we'll move on. What's up, Deb? Good to see you. Okay, so the detective Whitcomb spoke with Melanie Federline, and following is a summary of her verbal statement. Melanie stated that the deceased, her daughter, was last seen the night before on March 17th at 20:30. That's like midnight, right? Midnight to 12:30. Melanie stated Eve was in her room and the door was locked. Melanie stated it's not unusual for her to have a lock on her door, and her daughter sometimes has trouble sleeping. Melanie stated that when she can't sleep, she'll play music on her computer, watch television shows, or swing in her room. Melanie stated that all the deceased normally sleeps in and wakes up between 9 and 10. Melanie stated that she does not let the deceased sleep past 10 hours or 10 o'clock, or maybe 10 o'clock, and went to wake her up. Melanie said that the deceased is normally a light sleeper and will normally wake up when she knocks on the door. Melanie knocked on the door and she said she grew worried when she received no response. Melanie then stated that she used a butter knife to open her door and found the deceased on the floor. Melanie then turned the deceased over, thinking that she was sleeping, and Melanie saw the deceased's face and ran and got her husband for help. Right? She also stated that the deceased is, I don't know if it's what she's saying, autistic or what, and possibly, and then prescribed that. So they're talking about medical things, and then also they talk about the amphetamine salts. So they did find amphetamine in her. And so they were talking about her prescription, probably for ADHD, autism, who knows? All right, awesome. You guys are awesome. Yeah, that's weird. She swings in her room. Okay, 10 a.m. Thank you. I'm not military time, and nor do I claim to read military time. Now, the detective was inside the residence when he observed the room next where the deceased was located, which belonged to a 17-year-old male. Now, inside the room, Detective Whitcomb observed a plate with blue pills in it, along with numerous pill bottles laying around the desk of the room. Inside the bedroom where the deceased was located, there were 2 pills in the ground near the door. One pill was red and pink, and the other was clear white powder inside. So I think they're trying to figure out what exactly triggered her death. Was it an overdose? Was it some kind of weird suffocation, strangulation, asphyxiation? When they got there, rigor mortis was already setting in, and the lividity. Okay, again, I try not to talk about this stuff, but it's like I have to tell you the story. Okay, body cam, literally raw body cam from days before her death. I'm gonna play this for you and interact with you, of course. Hello, Tara, how you doing? Maggie, thank you. Harris, my guy. And then I'm gonna we'll watch this and react, but I gotta order some dinner real quick. It's summertime, guys. It's officially school out, right? All right, so it doesn't start off with any volume, but that's her, guys. Look at what time it is. It says 2:42 and 43. I'm not sure if that's the correct time because they said it was midnight. But let me see. I know the voices go on in a second. Hold on. Wait, what happened? Come on. There it goes. All right, so the officer rolls up. That's Eve. The reason he blocked her face out, guys, is because she's a minor. So I'm just going to put that on for a minute. Yeah, therapy swing for autistic kids in a room and a sex toy? What? I don't understand this. This is happening a lot. I have an autistic son. So you know what's happening a lot, ATX chick, is that people are using autism, ADHD, and homeschool as a way to literally discredit their children and make themselves the victim. Oh, it's so hard to take care of her. She doesn't sleep at night. She doesn't take her meds when this is just, like I said, victim. Her mom's acting like a victim. Yes, school's out, baby, for the summer. I'm so excited. Truth exposed. I like to read crime scenes and understand how they happen. Me too.
10:01:95.
You know what?
It's gonna be a 12-year-old, so I'm.
Speaking of that, I got some photos today. Who were the Courtney Clenny, guys. I think you guys have been asking me to cover Courtney Clenny, and I am, and I got some really terrible pictures of the crime scene, and of course I'm going to share them with you. I know killers are using autism as an excuse. I agree. And how many family annihilators have you seen over the last month? I'll give you an answer after. This is crazy. All right, watch this. I'll be back with you in a second. I'm here, but I'm not.
I'm gonna give her a courtesy ride back home and talk to mom and dad if you just want to go to 100 Elm and get some information, and I'll give you an 8 shortly. Over here.
You saw those, Holly, and I don't know where homeschool, ADHD, and autism where they meet together, but it's all an excuse. Thank you, Linda. It's so good to see you, and I appreciate you. You can't not appreciate someone that throws you a $2 super sticker and says, "Hi, Jay, you rock." Thank you. Guys, when I'm done here ordering this, we'll talk while this is going about the cases that have been overturned. Adam Montgomery just got overturned. Alex Murdaugh was overturned. I know there's another one in the last week that was overturned. Okay, Eve was 12 years old, and they found her in the store at around midnight stealing an energy drink. All right, let's go.
What was that? Yeah. You said you're lost? All right. 495 headquarters.
95, come in.
Leaving one female courtesy ride, 176 Elm Street, starting mileage 11437.6.
Thank you, Holly.
That's 0246.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yes. I teach it.
Go ahead, thanks, over, quick. Precinct 496.
Yo, can you just let Hunter L know it's a 12-year-old? So, and
a 12-year-old.
I gotta talk to the parents because there's more to it. So I don't think she has no intent, type of thing. So, no, you're up to my ear, but I'm wrong.
This is days before her death, thought criminal. And I promise I'm going to come on here and give you more context and talk to you and answer questions and so forth and so forth. Just give me a few minutes to finish ordering food. Sorry, guys.
Well, yeah, I don't. There's the intention portion of it that's not there. All right. She has a monster, a pink monster. So I'll pay them, type of thing, if that comes to it. Okay. All right. Bye. Right here? I'm coming. Hold on. 95 running mileage, 11438.7.
0248.
Go ahead, sir. 80 for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna talk.
Multi-talented. Okay, so I'm all done, guys. 111. Literally, I looked up and 111. Please say a prayer that Eve Rogers gets the justice she deserves. Not only that, but that Melanie Federline doesn't continue to grift and exploit her daughter in death. Right? You know what? I think it might be a little bit better understanding because I feel like a lot of you guys didn't see the first episode, but I want you to see Eve going into the liquor store. Eve Rogers in store stealing. Right, so 12:30 something at night, she was in the store and she was stealing. Okay, let's look at this. I showed you the last episode, but I want to give you context before we continue. So let me remove these things. I hope that I'm not jumping around too much for y'all. I'm just trying to make sure that you get everything you need. Okay. This is days before. Video shows Enfield police interaction with Eve Rogers. This one says a week before her death, and the other one says days before her death. So we'll assume it's anywhere from 5 to 7 days before her murder.
Was an interaction between 12-year-old Eve Rogers and police just a week before the Enfield girl was found dead at home.
And your reporter Owen Kingsley is live with what exactly the video is revealing in this case. Owen.
Well, guys, there's a couple of key moments in the more than 20 minutes of video. It's blurred and muted at times, but what we do see is a police officer bringing Eve Rogers back home and speaking with her mother, who seemed confused and said that she had never snuck out of their home before. A theft call in the middle of the night, hardly a unique call for Enfield officers to get. But this one on March 11th was anything but ordinary. The suspect, a 12-year-old girl, who a clerk said had taken an energy drink from a gas station around 2:38 in the morning. This video shows that girl, Eve Rogers, walking alone down the...
Okay, so do you understand the context a little better now? She was in the store. She didn't even care, guys. I have a feeling that she just walked in there and did that to get attention, to get the attention of somebody, right? Because she's up at night. Like, you remember what happened to Jocelyn Nungrai, guys? Jocelyn Nungrai snuck out, went to 7-Eleven to get herself a freaking Slurpee while she was on the phone with her boyfriend. And those two, I think they were, I know that they were two felons that had ankle monitors from another country. ICE had them on a hold, and they murdered and raped her for 2 hours. They drug her under the bridge and raped her, 2 grown men, and then they cut their straps off. Do you remember that? Jocelyn Nungrai? Anybody? Yes, a cry for help. Holly does. Yes, that was very near. Thank you. That was in Texas, and we covered that case pretty hardcore. Absolutely heartbreaking. How many times when y'all were a kid, and not 12, but you know, how many times when you were a kid that you stayed the night at your friends and you guys walked to the store to get snacks or whatever, right? And nothing ever happened to us because, right, we're still here. Thank you. Venezuela. I have the case. I have a playlist, but sometimes I just can't. I can't remember everything unless I'm looking at it. Yeah, they left her dead body in a riverbed with no clothes beneath, just the shirt on. All right, let's continue. So that's what reminded me of this when I saw this little girl, her shoes not even tied, at 12 something, closer to the morning, stealing an energy drink. That's a cry for help if I ever saw one.
Around 2:38 in the morning.
Oh, 2:30?
This video shows that girl, Eve Rogers, walking alone down the dark street. She tells the officer she was bored and stole the drink. On a phone call with another officer, you can hear his concern growing.
I gotta talk to the parents because there's more to it.
He then brings Eve home, where the front door is left open. Eve's mom comes out surprised and confused that her daughter snuck out and stole a drink. The video of their conversation is heavily blurred.
So she already admitted to stealing it. It doesn't seem like it's going to be the biggest deal. I just have to figure out what that gas station wants to do. There's an officer out there speaking to them, but more so trying to just understand the situation from the parental point of view of things.
I don't know. She's never done anything like this.
Okay.
She's not allowed out in the middle of the night.
The mom tells the officer her daughter has autism. The officer pays for the stolen drink, and the store declines to press charges. DCF officials told Eyewitness News they were aware of Eve leaving her home alone. A week later, Eve was found dead inside her bedroom.
Now, I want you to know, after this case, the school district, the homeschool portion of the school district, is trying to make changes because, let me tell you this, number one, it's not working at all. In Texas, wherever they are in Texas, whatever district of Texas that they're in, guys, they don't check on you. Once you go into homeschool, you're on homeschool and that's it. Somebody turns your homework in, what have you. No regulations, no home checkups, no going in once a month, no nothing. in Texas where they are. Okay. So now they're trying to regulate that, and they should. They shouldn't let a parent pull out a child and say, oh, yeah, they're on homeschool, but you never produce the child. That is happening too much, too often. No, they didn't. Guys, don't worry. We're going to get back into it. We still got a whole body cam video to watch. It's got a lot of context in it, but without you seeing this, you might not understand what I'm talking
Her
about.
stepfather, Anthony Federline, has been charged with sexually assaulting her, and warrants for his arrest show police were looking for evidence of a murder inside the home. Eve's cause of death is still pending.
DCF is working with law enforcement on the investigation into Eve's death. Her stepfather, he's due back in court next month. The reporter live in Enfield, I'm Owen Kingsley, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Oh. All right, let's get off on that. I'm glad that these angry mob of ladies approached me about this, because they first approached me about this and then they approached me about it again yesterday, right when I was getting into the Courtney Clenny case. I started doing that and I said, oh shit, this lady's going live today and we need to get on it. What's up, Kara? Hi, guilty of crime. You rock Thursday nights. Well, thank you. Thank you, Kara. All right. I'm not sure. Are you from you're not a local, are you? You're not a Cali local, are you? Yeah, they just closed the case without doing a thing. All right, now let's continue. That's some other statement, and she stuck by Anthony Federline from day one, and she used it as an excuse to grift. She didn't even cry. She wasn't the one crying. It was him that was crying and whining and upset and whatever, because he lost his play toy. All right, in my opinion, he lost his play toy, which is disgusting in itself. All right, let's get back to this. Now you guys can understand a little better. I've been wanting to document this, and now I have an opportunity to.
Talk to the parents, and I'll be ready in a few minutes if that's all right. Roger.
I'm sorry, Connecticut.
Right.
Yes.
Hello.
My bad. You're right. Connecticut, not Texas. The reason I said Texas is because we were talking about the Jocelyn Nungrai case, and Holly said it's near her, and that's Texas. So my bad. Thank you for the correction, Care Bear.
Police department. Can you come back upstairs?
Oh, really? They named a national park after her?
Hello?
Jocelyn?
Police department. All right. Is that dog friendly? Hey, buddy. Hi. Is your dog friendly? Okay. It's okay. Hi, buddy. It's okay.
You know what's interesting about this situation is, first of all, they couldn't even get the parents at almost 3 a.m. They're not answering. You know, they were up. Number one. Number two, if the parents try to say that somebody came in and did that to her externally, that wouldn't work, because you hear those dogs are barking like if you're stealing their food. All right. Yeah. How come the dog was still there, but the front door was open? I don't know. But I do know that nobody was walking in that house without the dogs barking like that.
Is your dog friendly? Okay, can you put in a room, please? I need to talk to your mom.
Yeah, we're working.
All right.
These motherfuckers, man.
Sorry.
It's all right. Understandable. So, few things.
Claire, go back to your room. Go.
Hi. So it's gonna be a while. So I'm gonna give you guys a rundown really quick. We just got a call for your daughter stealing at 100 Elm, the gas station, and then she's out running across the street. No idea what she's doing.
Me neither. Why were you not even in the house?
You guys bored?
because I was bored. Now, I want you to hear, did you hear that interaction between them? That was definitely not an interaction of surprise or an interaction of, she's never done that before. Just straight up, what were you doing out there? Because I was bored. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I believe the abuse occurred with Mel or Melanie's husband, possibly even one of the siblings that lived in the house, the older siblings. And even now that we know her mom's DNA was on her, that was not a question of shock. Why'd you even leave the house? What the hell? You've never done that before. What? Nope. Just, why were you not in the house? Because I was bored. No big deal. All right. Yeah, that girl does not sound friendly. Why is a 12-year-old? Exactly. And again, guys, this is Jen Soda 2.0. She's walking around freely. Mel Federline is walking around freely, being a potato and collecting money surrounding her daughter's death. I shouldn't even say death, murder.
Oh, you're aren't you? Yeah.
So I'm gonna go grab a couple photos and I'm gonna talk to her in front of you guys. If you guys even set to talk to her, she already admitted to stealing it. It doesn't seem like it's gonna be the biggest deal. I just have to figure out what that gas station wants to do. There's an officer out there.
They're so awesome. I wish they would have done more, but I wanted to show you this real quick because I forgot to pop back onto it, and then we'll get to it. This was the part where what they found in her system. Let's just finish this. It's only got like 20 seconds or something.
That little girl endured. Anyway, here's the next one. Page 6. And page 7 lists out all of the items they seized. And her mom, Melanie, says that she had no idea any of that was going on.
Yeah, right. She's a psychic. Didn't know what was going on. I wanted to look at the list. This was the picture I used today of her to hold those tarot cards. I mean, this list, guys, they've got the tablet, so they're gonna see what she's doing. They got a bottle of the RX, which is the amphetamine salts. All right, so they said they found amphetamine, black essence, eye makeup, silver laptop, pill organizer, white cylindrical object with a pink rubber cover. Does anyone think that's the dildo they're talking about? Pink cloth swing with a hook. I did not see that before. Are we talking about a sex swing, or what are we talking about here? I've never seen a swing inside of a house made out of cloth coming from the ceiling unless it was a sex swing. So she has a pink cloth swing with a hook, pair of blue spandex style shorts, printed Hello Kitty comforter, bed sets. They took all that, gray and white long body pillow, Hanes pink underwears for girls, pink oval shaped pills unmarked, white capsules unmarked, blue capsules marked R3 or R3060. I really want to know what that is. Swabbings from her lips of the deceased and swabbings from the wall. All right. Pages titled My Safety Plan and Mood Disorder Questionnaire, which is the kind of things that she did probably with her therapist and having autism and ADHD. I mean, what? A swing? A cloth pink swing that hangs from the ceiling? I mean, the only swings I know about, like I said, are sex swings. I've never seen anybody have a cloth swing that's not made for, that's made.
Speaking to them, but more so trying to just understand the situation from the parental point of view of things.
I don't know. She's never done anything like this
before.
Okay. She's not allowed out in the middle of the night. She's never left the house in the middle of the night or during the day without anybody knowing.
Okay. Do you have a license on you by chance? Is it downstairs or? Sorry to wake you up, but.
No, it's fine.
Sorry
what school
to wake
do you go to?
She's homeschooled.
Okay.
Right?
495 CT up for the sheet.
Okay. All right, and they silenced some stuff off, but I'm wondering what
What's a good phone number for you, man?
R3060. What is that? What is the R3060 is what I want to know. R3060 Bill.
And what do you do for work?
I work from home.
You work from home?
I want you guys to pay attention how much she avoids telling law enforcement that she's a psychic. Okay, please remember that. A Temu special. Guilty of crime. 360 silk and spin sensory swings features a high quality 360 swivel ceiling hook with built-in bearings. Okay, is that literally a sex swing, or is that just for? Is that for kids? It's Adderall. Okay, so that's it then. That was the Adderall. Thank you so much, Miss Honeybee. I was looking it up right as you said that, and it says the R3060 is an imprint on a blue capsule-shaped pill and positively identified as amphetamine, dextroamphetamine, Adderall, 20 milligrams. Boom. Thank you. So it's a stimulant. So who knows when she was taking her Adderall, or maybe she was feeling like she needed Adderall, and so she went and got a Monster energy drink. I don't know. But yeah, I don't even have to say that.
These are all the questions I have to fill out a form for if it comes to it. What kind of company do you like? What do you do?
I run my own website.
No potato.
It's like life coaching.
This way. I'm just gonna sit here like this, guys. The potato's talking to you today. The potato with a skunk on its head. Like, they're obviously blurred stuff out, but there's our potato skunk. That looks just like me, right? I don't know what they're doing there. I'll give it a second and then we'll.
All right, I'm going to see what the officers got from them, see what they want to do.
You.
I'm going to go grab a couple forms. You already told me everything, but I have to just fill the forms with a parent present, so I could just ask the formal questions and then we'll go from there. So if you guys want to have a seat, if you want to go back downstairs for a couple of minutes, I'll knock on the door when I come in. It'll be like 5 minutes, okay?
Now, I wonder what the breaking point was here and how long the abuse had been going on, because there's some breaking point where this little girl knew better. Eve knew not to go to the store at 2 a.m. and steal an energy drink. So a cry for help, probably. But I wonder why she didn't. The potato needs glasses and buck teeth. Well, my glasses are over there somewhere. I lost this one's arm. I didn't lose it. It's somewhere. But there's our evil potato. And the other evil potato with the glasses is way too far for me to reach. But you know the drill. We got potatoes everywhere. Evil potatoes, happy potatoes, potatoes, evil potatoes. All right? That's that. All right, let's continue. Case, man. What's up, Carrie? Right?
Yep. Probably not. I was going to call you to figure this out because I'm going to talk to mom about it, but it seems like a cognitive impairment thing, and she doesn't seem sure, if you don't mind. Eve is the first name, EVE. Last name is Rogers, ROGERS. August 31st, 2013. Mom's extremely upset. She said she's never done anything like this before, and she definitely has a cognitive impairment. And it's a monster that she took, and then I saw her running like towards Elm and Summer, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, I don't know, I'm bored. And I'm like, why are you out? She was like, I don't know, I'm bored. I just wanted to get out of the house, and I took this. Is that why you're talking to me? And I'm like, yeah. So I'm still gonna do the juvenile rights form just to hear.
Yeah, you can tell when she talks that she has kind of a, I don't know if it's a lisp you call her. I think the cognitive impairment he's talking to is that Good to see you, Carrie. It's been a minute. Allie says, gotta go. See you tomorrow. Some people have to work out in the field. Whatevs. All right, let's continue.
Her say it, and then
I'll be right back,
okay.
guys.
Would you? Okay. I'm just gonna wait for
Grab
Trineko
the
to
food.
tell me what 100 wants to do, because if it's really comes to that, I'll just buy her the energy drink type of thing. Like, she has her tablet with her. It's definitely not like a yeah. Well, right. Well, she's homeschooled from home, so yeah. I don't know. The parents are yeah. Right. And again, I need to ask mom that formal question, but that's as far as face value speaking to her and everything. That's what it seems like. Yeah. Right. And if mom is like, she doesn't have a cognitive impairment, should I just do the JRB? I mean, the juvenile rights form and kind of get it from her? Because I feel like either way, I should have it formally said, like her point of view of everything. All right. Yeah. Oh, she's already drinking it. Yeah. So. Yeah. Either way, just clear on the case though. Okay. All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. Bye bye. Okay. All right. Bye. 10:01. Okay. 10:08. What do you got? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay, but like, what do they want to do? Seriously? Okay. All right. Can you? All right.
Y'all dropped off. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, did you hit that like?
Yeah, I'm
button?
still gonna do the juvenile rights form though. Here. No, I'm going to.
Now, I wonder if they would if they would have followed through in this case, right? Maybe law enforcement would have reached out to CPS, and CPS would reach out to the school or something like that. Somebody was to step in when this little girl that's 12 years old is leaving at 2:30 in the morning because she's bored. And it seems so nonchalant when she says it, right? Melanie didn't even offer to pay. She didn't do anything. She acted surprised, but her surprise acting was garbage.
All right. Yeah, I want to hear from her. All right, let me do this. Bye.
I'm just lowering it for a minute because they're just digging through stuff. I'm wondering, what is it that they even did here? Did they write a citation? I mean, how did this happen just a week later? And maybe you know, Crazy Jane, or anybody else that knows about this case. Does anybody know if police were ever involved in this situation? Was this the first time? What's the deal here with this 12-year-old that doesn't go to school and just hangs around on her mom's live streams all day and stays up all night? I don't understand.
Can I ask you a question privately, if you don't mind? Away from you. Does she have any cognitive impairment?
She's autistic.
She is?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else? No. All right. I still have to read her the juvenile rights and things because I just need to hear from her. But the couple things, clean cut. The other officer just paid for the drink. And the store is like understanding for once.
Guys, I wonder what happened. Does anyone drop it in chat? We still got 100 people in here, and I'm wondering, what do you think she died of, guys? I'm guessing an overdose, and I'm only guessing that because I was just watching the whole Corey Richins deal, and when they found Eric Richins, they thought it was some kind of maybe an aneurysm or something because he had blood coming out of maybe his nose or his mouth, some kind of fluids, and that's what they said about this little girl, that her obviously lividity and rigor mortis had kicked in. She was face down, and when the mom turned her over, you can see all that, but I don't know, man. I just feel like it was an OD or something. Yeah, I think so. And I'm sure that they probably gave her medication of all sorts to cover up the pain, right? Because that's a grown man doing that to her. And a possibly 17-year-old. I don't think they showed the body cam. People were saying on Facebook the cop could have done something to Eve. Huh? Wait, what?
So they're just gonna. So this still has to be documented on a case and everything. But he paid for the drink.
Okay.
They're not gonna trespass her. They're not gonna press charges against her or anything. But my boss called. They're more concerned about the parenting, like the parent aspect of it. If there's a cognitive impairment type of thing, and she's getting out of the house. She's never done that. I'm not accusing it. You know what I mean? I know. I just checked.
This is the most unexpected thing ever for her because she's usually like a strict rule follower kind of autistic. So like,
really,
she's very sweet. Like when I saw her, she came running up to me and said, "You're talking to me because I took this, right?" I'm like, kinda.
So this is the most like unexpected for her.
Okay.
So no, this is not a normal thing. I don't even know what to think with that right now.
Okay. All right. Understood. I have to ask these questions because.
Well, listen here, and this is a conversation that has to be had anyway, and it will come out. So the thing is, Cuffy, you said so they would know by now if it was an OD. I feel like it had been a combo of meds, and that's what I'm 100%. I agree with you. I didn't even finish reading it when I pulled it up, and I feel like it was a combination of things that led to that, in my opinion. With the scene that was laid out, I feel like that it was partial asphyxiation in the middle of some sort of sex act, and then just overly medicated, right? Your heart slows down when you take certain pills, and it speeds up when you take others. So if she was taking Adderall just whenever, but then taking downers and uppers and who knows whatever they gave her to keep her quiet and to keep graping her, we just don't know. I know. Adam Montgomery's murder conviction just got overturned, but that's not the end of this, guys. So did Murdaugh, so did Letitia, and now Adam Montgomery. There will be justice, but it's going to be slow, and now they're just going to spend a ton of money. Yeah, they're working on the manner. I think so too. And I think because of the combination, they're trying to figure out, they don't want it to just be ruled as a homicide with no classification as to how, right? That's what I assume. I'm
not going to assume something that there's an impairment, but the way things go, the way that she's acting on the camera in the store, I got to ask to clarify. Because I'd rather have a conversation with you about making sure, you can try to do something, make sure. I don't know if it's a tablet or what, but. Because I don't want, this doesn't mean like a DCF requirement, but like God forbid if it did, I don't want to.
No, we have to be taking care of that. Okay. She's never left the house before.
All right. Do you want to ask her why she took the drink in front of me? And I can kind of bypass doing this.
So you're right. You know what, Miss Honeybee? I thought the same thing. And it's interesting because Miss Honeybee says it sounds like the same way Maddie passed at the hands of the Potatoes boyfriend. And I'd have to agree with you on that because of the fact that I think there was a combination of pills being used and asphyxiation or strangulation being part of the act of rape. I don't want to call it a sex act because she could not, she can't consent. They got to do accidental by herself by someone else. Yeah, they have evidence of SA. They have too many people's DNA on her. Okay, let's continue. It makes me wonder, man, how did this slip through the cracks? And then a week later, another thing that they didn't do, and I'm playing it right now. It's just, there's nothing playing. Here's another thing. They called 911. And I say they, I'm talking about Melanie and Anthony called 911, but I don't think that they called 911 when they found her that way. To be honest with you, I think something was going on. It accidentally transpired. They turned her over, or maybe that's how she passed, face down, and they left her there. Now, if you leave somebody dead face down and the lividity and rigor mortis starts, coming in, you're going to see where the blood and where things lie. You're going to be able to see that her face was smashed down, etc., etc. I know. It's hard to even talk about that. Good night, Linda. All right, let's continue. I don't know what this is. I'll fast forward it. They don't got any sound. It's just raw body cam. And I guess we're at the end of it. There's nothing on here. So, that being said, Eve Rogers. Okay, there. Yeah, I do not.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry to wake you up.
All right. How's that? I'm sorry to wake you up. End of story. Stepfather of Enfield girl found dead enters plea. Also, he did plea. I didn't even realize he pleaded on the sexual assault charges. Does anyone know if the mom is still does anyone know if his wife is still supporting him? Like, does she talk to him on the phone? Does she talk about him, etc., etc.? All right, let me check this out real quick. I didn't even know that he entered a plea deal on the sexual assault charges.
Assaulting his own stepdaughter was in court today. Eve Rogers was only 12 years old. Police say she'd been raped and was dead inside of her bedroom.
Yeah, it's a really tough story, Carrie. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, live at Hartford Superior Court, where some disturbing details came out in today's arraignment. Susan.
Brian, this is a tough story to tell. In fact, Anthony Federline was in court today, and he does face some serious charges: first-degree sexual assault and risk of injury to a minor. This was the first time he faced a judge during his arraignment today. Anthony Federline pleaded not guilty to first-degree sexual assault. Cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom because of the sexual nature of the charges. Federline is the stepfather of Eve Rogers, a 12-year-old girl who was found dead at her home here on Elm Street in Enfield on March 18th. Police say she was found inside her bedroom with a blanket over her body. An autopsy found she had been sexually assaulted. At Federline's court appearance, prosecutors revealed that DNA they found was almost an exact match to her stepfather.
That's crazy, man.
Right now, Anthony Federline is being represented by a public defender as he tries to get an attorney. Today, there was an unsuccessful attempt to try to get his bond lowered from $1 million to $500,000. The judge denied that due to what was discovered and unveiled in court with this autopsy and the results.
Hell yeah, I wonder how long he was abusing her for, you guys. That's absolutely ridiculous, and I wonder who would have bailed him out, right? His trusty sidekick.
And coming up on Eyewitness News at 5, what else did we learn in court? And could Anthony Federline eventually be charged in his stepdaughter's death? Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News in Hartford.
Okay, Susan, thank you.
All right, guys. So I think we did our due diligence today. Yep. Denied, no bail, nothing lowered. Did you hear about the Walkers? I covered the case. Poor 12-year-old girl gave birth at her home with no medical assistance, no running water. Stepfather, 99.9% DNA match. What state was that in? Dusty Walker. All right. So I'm going to do this. We need to just take a quick moment and say a prayer justice for Eve Rogers. She's forever 12. She's not coming back. And now justice needs to be served. They need to find out what her cause of death was and get everything together so we can start moving forward with a trial. He hasn't even been charged with homicide yet, guys. All right. So no, I haven't heard about that. Yeah, she'd have to do a lot of tarot readings to raise that bell. I can't believe she's supporting him, though. That's the problem. I signed up. I don't understand how to operate that. Okay, so let me just show you real quick. She is a beautiful little girl. May she rest in peace. Just way too young. I know. She looks like a little Maddie. Justice for Eve. Thank you. All right, so it's interesting. Some people say they can't, and I was like that at first too with the Guilty of Crime Ghost channel. So this is our alternative to Patreon, guys. A lot of 90% of all the other creators, they have Patreon. So they'll put stuff on the Patreon, give you news, clips, whatever, right? So I don't have a Patreon. I had one and they took it from me. I don't know. They didn't like the content on it. But on this one, I can put whatever content I want. All right. So you guys go sign up for that. This is the Guilty of Crime. It's guilty-of-crime.ghost.io. It's really not hard. Once you sign up, you can go home, which is where I think I already am. And you can start looking at the articles. I mean, alone today, we posted June 11th. New Hampshire Supreme Court overturns Adam Montgomery's murder conviction, right? And then yesterday, Carmelo Anthony transferred to Texas prison following murder conviction. That was fast, y'all. Right? So the 11th, the 10th, the 9th, there was 4 posts that day. 5, 1, 2, 3. Some days there's 2, some days there's 1, some days there's 5. Guys, it's free. Go sign up for it. I do not have OnlyFans. No. I know, it definitely is. They would come here and hear. I wish they would, Crazy Jane. I don't know how to get them to see it. I don't understand why people are supporting her, I should say. I never even heard this until I saw it on Ghost. Boot camp style torture for a 4-year-old. Now, I remember that with Elijah Vu, but he wasn't 4, and it's very similar. All right, so a lot of cases that don't make it onto my daily show will make it onto Ghost. So if you have something that you want to get out there, you can send that over as well, and we'd be happy to post it. It's easy. You just sign up, and that's it. You get notifications when you get them. You read the thing, check out what we're talking about, and then down here you can see more articles. There's not a lot to this site, but if there were, like, let's say I'm covering Adam Montgomery, and these new documents just came out to tell you about the case, what I would do is I would post the documents on there, and then I'd put it behind a paywall. I usually do that with like pictures, things like that. What's up, Pino? How you doing, buddy? You know, I've been following Pino. I've been trying to catch him live, and I caught him live the last 2 days. So thanks for stopping by and showing love, man. You guys go show him love. He's picking up his he's doing his live stream, and it's so awesome. I love his content. So what's up, dude? Go sub up to Pino. Go sign up to ghost.org, and we're gonna keep you posted. This is one of the first cases that I covered on my channel because that was the time frame. All right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. Pino, every time I go on there, I'm like, yes, I'll see him on the YouTube streets. And I'm not even trying to watch the YouTube streets. But then when I see him on, I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. He's been covering the Mackenzie Shirilla. They do a fantastic job. It's such a good job that I don't even want to touch it because I'm like, I don't know if I can do it justice. All right, guys. Sleuthy, nice to meet you. Cuff you, everybody that's here. Thank you, and thank you. 151, heading to bed. Much love. Kathy, I hope you have a wonderful night. And guess what, guys? Tomorrow's Friday. I'll see you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget, Sunday is Turtle Island. More channels are going on there, guys. And we made Turtle Island. We're the first. We're one of the. There's 4 people picked. We're the 4th people picked, which means Guilty of Crime gets to make it into the intro. All right. So you're going to see Guilty of Crime. Every time they start the Turtle Island, you're going to see Guilty of Crime. And it's going to be awesome. So let's support Guilty of Crime and try to do the, have fun with Turtle Island. Hopefully Turtle Island's going to be a lot more fun this year. Last year, it was just a ton of trauma creators that really got pissed off about who knows what. All right, guys. All right. Love you guys. One love. Tell your mama I say hello. Big hugs. #Arrestia and Soto. Good night, everyone. And good night. Yo, I'm going to Bantam Jeep Fest and won't be here. Okay. Well, you can put us in one of your ears and hit the like button. All right. All right, guys. Love you. Deb. Yes. Right. Turtle Island. And we got on there. I can't believe we made it on the first 4. That was awesome. You guys freaking rock. I was listening to Turtle Island in one ear last night and watching TV, and I heard them say Guilty of Crime. And I saw somebody in chat saying, call in. So I called in. And of course, I voted for Guilty of Crime. All right. You guys, we'll figure it out. Turtle Island. It's Dolly Vision, but it's a game show for, I guess, true crime people. I don't know. Anyway, I'll give you more details as it goes. We will be on Turtle Island this year, and hopefully there will be minimal drama. All right, guys? Love you. Shadow. It's almost Leo season, baby. See you tomorrow. Mwah. Good night. Go to Pino's now. He's probably having a live right now.
Guilty of Crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of Crime.
Are you guilty of crime?